Hey friends, today I have a very fun and helpful, I think, video for you. And that is, I'm going to give you guys tips on how to sell your clothes online. And by how to sell your clothes online, I mean how to successfully actually sell them, not just list them and then no one having any interest in them. I have sold a lot of things online, a lot of clothes, books, furniture, pots and pans, decor, like a lot of stuff. And I've picked up a few things, or I've noticed a few things on how to tweak your listing in a sense to better your chances of actually selling your stuff. And I thought I'd share these tips with you. I think they can be really helpful. Now, these tips I would say apply to pretty much any platform that you are selling on. I'm going to use the platform Vinted as an example, but definitely adapt that to whatever platform you're using. I think that works just as well. So first of all, when you have your clothes, the first thing you want to do is take pictures of your clothes. Well, first of all, make sure your clothes are in good shape, in the sense that wash them, iron them, make them look good. And next up, you want to take pictures of your clothes. Now, make sure to take pictures of yourself in the clothes. I think that makes the biggest difference. Don't take your picture of your clothes just hanging there or just lying there. Make sure to wear the clothes. Think of your kind of like secondhand listing as like an online shop. Like when you think of clothing stores, online shops, they also have the clothes worn by models, because as a consumer, that's the way you can best envision how the item is going to look on you. A lot of times when the clothes are just lying flat, you don't know how that's going to look worn. So make sure to wear your clothes. And if you are scared or don't want to put pictures of you out there on the internet, make sure to, like what I do is I take a picture of the clothes through a mirror. So I kind of do like a mirror selfie type of thing. And I position the phone in a way where it like hides my face. And that way the picture still looks good, but you can hide your face. Or what you can do is like in post, you can put like draw over your face, put an emoji over your face, something like that. But I think it looks the best, or aesthetically the best, if you just hide your face behind like a phone like this. I think that works really well. And don't just stand like really straight in front of the mirror and just take a picture like this. This is going to sound weird, but try to pose in a way that makes the clothes look flattering. So again, imagine that you're like an online shop, which you kind of are. You're trying to sell your clothes. You're trying to make people fall in love with your clothes. And so don't be afraid to pose in a certain way to make the item look best. Like marketing psychology wise, we tend to pick models to model the clothes that are attractive to the majority of people, because psychologically you tend to project yourself into the person that is wearing the clothes. And if the person wearing the clothes looks good, you will automatically project that you will also look good in the clothes, if that makes sense. Kind of like a side tangent here. But so try to make like the clothes look good. Roll up the sleeves or tuck in the shirt, style it in some way just to make it look good. And then don't be afraid to pose a little bit, and make sure to get all angles. Get the clothes in front or from the side, and also from the back. And for example, if I have an item of clothing that I think just looks best tucked into the pants, I will take a picture of that, but then also have a picture of the item of clothing just hanging loose, just so the customer will know how long this item will actually fall on them, if that makes sense. And then pick the best photo to go kind of as like the thumbnail of your listing. And also make sure to take pictures of the clothes hanging or lying somewhere in addition to you wearing the clothes. And if it's a brand that is recognizable, then I also like to take a picture of the label inside the shirt, for example, just kind of as proof in a sense that this is from that label, and they can like look at the size. What you can also do is take a picture of the tag where it says what the clothing is made up of. That is something that I personally am very interested in. I don't know if the majority is interested in that, but that can be very helpful just to give the person as much information as possible. And of course, if there are little maybe rips or stains, make sure to be very transparent about that. Don't try to hide the fact that it might be stained. That's okay. You might take a bit closer picture or say where it is, or maybe say that you haven't tried to get rid of the stain, maybe it will come out, something along those lines. And so now you have your pictures ready. Now it's time to actually create the listing. So whatever app you're using, you will have to most likely enter some type of a title. Now I recommend not just naming your listing whatever. If, for example, we're trying to sell this knitted sweater, don't just name it white sweater or Zara sweater, but be as specific as possible. Try to think of it in terms of keywords. Now again, this is kind of, maybe it's getting a little technical, but you have to think of whatever platform you're using also as kind of like a search engine. So think about what will people type in to get a certain result. For example, if we take a look at this white knitted sweatshirt that I'm trying to sell, I mean, this is in German, but basically it says oversized white sweatshirt with black details. Now, no one's going to search for with black details, but that's just like a cherry on top when you see the listing. But I imagine someone looking for something like this, searching for oversized sweatshirt or oversized white knit, or just try to be as specific as possible. You can, even if it's a brand name that you know people, that is very popular and people like to search for example, Zara, I know that on Vinted, at least here in Germany, is a big brand that people search for, then add that into your title. Then of course add the usual, like the size, the color, whatever options you have in your app. And most of the times there will be some type of area for you to write a description. Now, I highly recommend writing your description in bullet points, because us people nowadays have a very short attention span. So if they see some like a block of text, they will not read that. So make it as visually as easy for them to read and go through as possible. So I recommend doing bullet points. And again, describe the item you're selling, and also again try to use keywords like oversized white knitted sweatshirt, but then also try to, like, you're really trying to sell this item of clothing, so hype it up a little. So for example, I wrote here beautiful knitted pattern, black details on the shoulders. So try to kind of romanticize what you're selling. And then something that I also like to add is, for example, that I'm not a smoker, or I don't live in a smoking household. That can be something that might be an additional selling point for people when they're looking for clothes. And if you, for example, don't have any pets, you can add that you are also a pet-free household, especially when it comes to people who are allergic to pets. Maybe that can be like an added bonus. Again, if there is some type of rip or stain, make sure to state that in the description. I always like to say, for example, tiny stain, see last picture, and then the person can go through the pictures and look at what stain am I actually talking about. Then again, now this kind of depends on your app, but I can imagine a lot of apps have this feature. So for example, here in Vinted, below my bullet pointed description, I will add tags. Like in Instagram, the hashtag, and that way I can add tags that can further connect this item to other similar search words. So for example, Even though the sweatshirt is not from H&M, it could be from H&M. It has a similar style, so I will tag something like H&M Women or H&M Fashion. This could also be a Zara sweater, so I could tag Zara Women. Maybe I should even tag like Zara sweatshirt. That would be something that someone searches for, and then this would come up. Also, when it comes to the pricing, this is something that might be a little sensitive. You want to get the most out of it, but at the same time not overprice yourself that people are willing to buy it. What you can do is you can always start a little bit higher, and when people message you showing interest, you can say, for example, hey, instead of 10 euros, how about I give it to you for 7? Now, for them, that feels much more like a good deal than if you say 7 and they try to haggle, but you stay at 7, if that makes sense. Or if you price it at 10 and you don't really see any results, you can then always bring the price a little bit lower and see when the people start showing more interest. But I would also suggest searching for similar items, maybe other, for example, Zara sweatshirts. What are other people pricing their things, and kind of go with the other items that are listed. Keep in mind that the person searching for items will see other people's listings next to yours and automatically compare the look of it and the price of it, and you do really want your item to stand out. And also, I think that the timing of when you put up a listing is very crucial. So a lot of the times when you put up your listing on the certain platform, it will rank somewhat by time. So if you upload it today, then it will be at the top today, but then as the days go by, it will drop down because other people are uploading new stuff. So I personally recommend uploading your things Friday evening or Saturdays, yeah, around that time, because then that gives people the weekend to kind of have time at home to search for things. If you're uploading during the week, people are usually busy, and by the time weekend comes around, they have the time to search for used items. Then your listing will already fall pretty far down. Then, okay, you've posted your item and it's now live, and you're waiting for the first people to show their interest. Now, again, depending on the app, with Vinted, you can like certain items and I will get a notification if someone liked my item. Now, I like to take the extra step to, if someone likes my item, I will message them. Not necessarily immediately, but kind of like as a reminder, saying, hey, I'm here for you. Usually something along the lines of, let me know if you're interested, or let me know if you have any questions I can answer for you, just to kind of show good customer service in a sense. And sometimes people will maybe request for the measurements of the shoulders or the more specific details before they are certain to purchase this item, which I totally understand, and it would be helpful to give them that additional detail. So once again, remember, take good, appealing pictures of your clothes, then make sure to use keywords. Put yourself into the shoes of someone searching for an item. How would they search for it? What words would they use? Then be very detailed and precise with the description, use bullet points, use tags, price yourself correctly, have a good customer service, message people who are interested, be nice, be friendly. Yeah, that's it. Hope these tips were helpful for you. If you have any additional tips that I've been missing, then make sure to leave them in the comments down below. We can help each other out, be more sustainable, recycle, and reuse and reduce. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.